welcome to a new video. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be about books and it's going to be about movies. It is a wrap-up of a movie festival that I attended in the last week of February. In the area that I live, there is a big Turkish community, and because of that there is a Turkish cultural center which is called Yunus Emre. This cultural institute exists in various other countries and organizes Turkish language classes as well as other cultural events, one of them being film festivals and film showings. This film festival took part in the last week of February. During the working week, it showed one movie every day, so there was a total of 5 wonderful Turkish films that I was able to see. I was really happy about that, so I decided to make a video of the movies that I watched there and to let you guys know a little bit about them, because from what I could see on IMDb, a lot of them are underrated and I really thought they were very good and worth hearing about. So I will go through these movies in the order that they were screened in the film festival, and I will let you know what I thought about each of them. The first movie that I watched was The Bandit. The Turkish name of it was Eşkıya. It came out in 1996 and it was directed by Yavuz Turgul. This is a sort of crime gangster movie, but a lot more dramatic. It's not filled with action and shooting, it's more about the drama of a bandit. The movie revolves around the bandit Baran, who went into prison for 35 years because he was betrayed by one of the people around him. 35 years after he gets out of prison, he decides to go find the person who betrayed him, go and find the woman that he loved before going into prison. But he is very shocked at how the world around him is very different, how people perceive bandits and crime a lot differently. When he was a bandit, the notion of a bandit was more like the Robin Hood kind of a bandit who did good for the community, whilst now in these more modern times that he is living, crimes have to do with drug dealing and gangs, and he is very confused about that. Also, he is helped by a much younger man who is also a different kind of bandit himself, and they form a friendship, and the movie looks at their relationship as well as Baran's journey to find the person who betrayed him and his long lost love. I quite liked this movie. I thought it was really nicely done. This was the oldest movie out of all the ones I saw. It had a good plot and I thought the acting was really wonderful. So in the end, I really liked The Bandit. And if you are into crime movies, gangster type of movies, I definitely recommend this movie. The second movie that they screened at the festival was called Rosary. The Turkish title was Uzak İhtimal, and this one came out in 2009. This is a drama love story between a muezzin, who is a person who calls to prayer in the mosque, and a Catholic nun. They are neighbors in the same apartment block and they fall for each other, but they belong to such different worlds and such different faiths that their relationship is inconceivable by society and by the community they live in. I thought the movie was quite good, but it is definitely slow at times. At the same time, it is quite short, so it doesn't go into very many details. It doesn't have a huge build-up. Also, there's another subplot in the movie which to me came a little bit fast to me, a little bit sudden. I thought they could have done a better job if they made the movie a bit longer and were able to go in more in depth with certain things of the movie. But all in all, I did enjoy it. It wasn't one of my favorites from the festival. The third movie that I watched was Boats Out of Watermelon Rinds from 2004. I will not attempt to say the Turkish title for this. This was the only comedy that from all the 5 movies, and even though it was a comedy, it was a kind of a bittersweet comedy. It's about 2 boys who are around 13, 14, who live in a village, a small village, and dream of having their own cinema and showing movies there in their village. And to do this, they try to build a film projector from different pieces of wood. While they do this, they have to work as apprentices at a watermelon seller and a barber in the nearest city. The movie also follows one of the boys slightly falling in love with one of the city girls there. The movie doesn't have a plot per se, but it looks more at the life of these two boys during the summer. I really liked this movie. I thought it was very sweet and funny at times. I really liked the characters. They were so endearing and they were very cute, and I could really feel for them during the whole movie, and I really recommend this. The fourth movie is a perfect example of a very sad and depressing movie. This movie is called Momo, or it's also known as Kız Kardeşim Momo, and this one came out in 2009. It is about two siblings, a boy of about 7 or 8 and his little sister of about 5 or 6. They live in a village with their maternal grandfather because their mother has passed away and their father has got remarried and their new stepmother doesn't want them. So their father just throws them out of the house and they go and live with their grandfather, who is too old to even look after himself. Nevertheless, 2 children, so they're forced to look after one another, and I thought this movie was so sad, but it was so beautiful. The relationship between the 2 siblings is so honest and so pure. The brother is so protective towards his sister and takes care of her so well, and the sister is so grateful to the brother for doing that for her. It is so endearing, but it is so sad, especially because things like this happen. And in the beginning and as well as the end of the movie, it actually is said that this is inspired by a true story. I'm not sure what the case exactly behind the movie was, but I think that there are plenty of cases like this all over the world. The movie is so beautiful, and even though it is very slow, nothing much happens. The relationship between the 2 siblings is so beautiful and so heartbreaking. If I had to pick one movie out of all of them to recommend that you check out, I would definitely recommend this one. This is also the movie that stayed with me most from all of these, and I would definitely rewatch it. Finally, the last movie of the festival was 120, which came out in 2008. 120 is a historical movie which is set during the First World War when Russian troops had invaded Turkey. The particular story in the movie is focused on a village where all the strong, able men have already left for war. There's a lot of ammunition left that needs to be taken to the troops that are fighting the war, and there is no one left behind to take the ammunition except 120 children whose ages range from 12 to 15. So the movie centers around these 120 children that are forced to go through very harsh conditions to deliver this ammunition to the Turkish troops. I thought this movie was quite well done. It had a good action pace and it had good acting. I really enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend it, especially to people that are interested in historical movies or movies about war. So these were the 5 movies that I watched during the Turkish Film Festival. I quite enjoyed all of them. I thought it was a wonderful festival. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you watched any of these movies or you'd want to watch any of these movies. And I will see you back with more videos soon. Have a great day. Bye!